Hello again and welcome back to another chassis variant video. We're continuing with the Blackhawk KU. We've gone into the realms of those variants that now cannot be built with the omnipods that are, well, as in, it can be built because it's the video, but this has to be built using some of the other omnipods. I believe in this case it's the O or X. It's the one that has 7 energy hardpoints in each arm. But luckily we don't need to use 7 energy hardpoints here. But this is a legitimate build. This is the Echo configuration. Basically, it was the Kuritan designer's ideas of, well, let's just make the clan Nova and use Innosphere technology to do it. So it basically has 6 ER medium lasers in each arm, giving it the 12 like the standard Nova, and it has an extra 5 double heat sinks to keep it nice and cool, and that pretty much wraps you up to the max tonnage. So other than that, it's all the other standard Blackhawk gear, jump jets and all the rest of it, since they're fixed equipment in this, so they can't be removed. And yeah, so basically you have a pretty decently mobile laser platform. Slow slung arms is obviously one of the deal breakers here, so it has to expose quite a lot of its torso and its arms to get the shot. But here's the thing, you can fire this in groups of 6 at a time and stay relatively, like, you know, heat neutral, heat capable. You can get a full blast off and of 6 and 6 and actually not hit redline. You'll be high on heat, you'll be over half, maybe 2/3, but it's enough that you can do those 2 shots and just back up for a couple of seconds, and then you'll have enough in a 2 or 3 second gap to be able to basically get another double shot in. Obviously, like any energy boat, it's going to slowly build up if you keep fighting again and again and again, but not the worst. It's actually works pretty well in MWO. I think part of the reason for that is the mix of the skills and the way that they've tinkered with some of the weapons in MWO. It's not quite accurate, because I believe the clan version should be more efficient with its heat, because clan tech is supposed to be superior. And obviously the range is better on the clan ER mediums and all the rest of it, and the damage is slightly better, but in terms of MWO, this actually has a better cycle time. So it means that this configuration of the Blackhawk KU, I arguably think, is better than the clan Nova Prime. Only in MWO, of course. I think if these two things were to encounter each other on the table in these two configurations, the clan one would have the advantage in terms of pilot capability, range, damage, and all the rest of it, but it would be a pretty nasty fight based on where those hits were landing, of course. Outside of that, though, yeah, it's just a standard Blackhawk, and as or Blackhawk Q. This match, yeah, I've been noticing a lot of people have been picking Emerald Vale when I've been doing these recordings. It's a popular map. I can understand why. It gets you into the brawl. It doesn't have a hell of a lot of places for a person to hide near the end. It's basically a big basin with some buildings in the middle and a load of high spots for people to hide in if they want to play snipey snipe. And outside of that, it's pretty straightforward stuff, isn't it? I personally prefer these maps, though I don't go out of my way to pick Emerald Vale, usually because I'm playing a little mini game of trying to get the multiplier as high as humanly possible before it gets used up on a map, and then that's usually Caustic Valley for me. But yeah, the Emerald Vale, it's popular. I assume someone in the comments could explain why Emerald Vale is suddenly become the player's choice, because well, I remember from recording this that there were a couple of cold maps on there. People didn't pick it, they all went for this one. This was like a 90-odd% choice. It was a bit crazy. But yeah, match was pretty, it felt a bit lopsided, I won't lie. It seemed like they got stuck in a pretty bad position. Some of the guys went obviously the wrong way, or just disconnected from the group, and that ended up in a situation where, obviously, like in MWO, it happens all the time. As soon as a few people are out of position, or the blob of one team hits the back end of the other team, or some of the isolated elements of the other team, the blob kills everything, and then that's it. You know, the ball has started to roll. I think they get 6 of ours, something along those lines. But as you can see, this mech, it isn't a frontline brawler because it still suffers. It doesn't have a huge amount of armor, even though it's a heavy. Obviously, it's 60 ton. It's a 60 ton that obviously sacrifices a lot of its potential protection for the ability to have jump jets and a faster engine and stuff like that. So this works nice as a medium range support build. It's good to stick with your heavier teammates. You know, float around in the middle of the brawl. Try not to, you know, expose yourself to direct fire and just get those side shots. Like take off side torsos. Oops, and I hit the microphone there. Hit arms and stuff like that, and just strip armor and take off body parts if you can. And you can really rack up those kill assists. You might not be getting the killing shots, but if you're playing more as a teammate, you can do some pretty good stuff there. Damage-wise, I felt I did okay, but that was that round. So yeah, that's the Blackhawk KU Echo. It's good. Try it out if you've got it. And otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.